Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I've got for you another product empties video. I have lots to show you here, so we better get started. First up, I have a couple of hair products for you, and the first one is a dry shampoo from Batiste, and it's a tinted one for dark and deep brown hair. Now I bought this because I wanted something to cover up my roots in between colouring my hair, and it certainly did that as well as do its duty as a dry shampoo. So I did really like this aspect of it. The only thing was, when I spray it into my hair, I like to rub it in so I know it's been evenly distributed, and it did get a little bit messy. I ended up with a bit of brown on my fingers and around my hairline, so I kind of didn't like how messy it was, so not sure I would repurchase this kind of concept again. I'm going to try and find something a little bit similar but is not as messy. My other hair product is an Elnett satin hairspray, and this is in extra strength backcomb volume. I don't know if this gave volume as such, but it always does the trick for me. Elnett hairspray, it's the only one I ever use now, and I really like this size for travel and stuff. I don't use hairspray all the time, but I do use it maybe at weekends or if I'm going out. So definitely would repurchase this in the small and the big as well, but I'm not sure about the backcombed volume aspect. Next up, I have a mouthwash, and this is totally random. I don't think I've ever featured this in one of my product empty videos before, but I do always use this Colgate Max White 1 Sensational Mint mouthwash, and yes, definitely would repurchase this again. I just love this mouthwash. It just keeps my mouth nice and fresh, but it's not overpowering. I don't know if it whitens my teeth. I do use a whitening toothpaste as well, but I just love this one anyway. It is a little bit expensive, but I always look out for it on offer, and I'll stock up if I need to. A couple of months back, I did a video on bridal beauty tips and a bridal beauty countdown checklist that I also featured in my blog, and I'll pop the link down below for that. And on a weekly basis in the countdown to my wedding, I have been doing facials every week. So that includes a mask, a steam, an exfoliation, a bit of massage and all that jazz. And I've really been loving a particular mask that I've been getting sort of every couple of weeks. And excuse them, they are a bit dirty because they are used up, but they are these masks from this brand that I cannot pronounce, so I'll just pop the brand here. But you probably recognise them. They come in loads of different sort of flavour scents, and I just really like these. I've used up the chocolate mud mask, and this one was an oil one. It doesn't actually say, but I'll put all the details down below. But I usually get about 2 goes out of each of these, and I've just really been enjoying them, and they've really been looking after my skin and treating them well, and they're about 99p, so they're probably quite expensive just to get 2 goes out of it. But I really like the packaging and just the aspect of them. They're really eye-catching, and like I said, they have been treating my skin well, so would repurchase again. So surprise, surprise, I have a couple of products from Elemis, which is one of my favourite skincare brands. And the first one is this Trienzyme Reef Surfacing Facial Wash. And I do really like this, have used this for years and years and years. But I've got to the point now where I think I've used it so much, it doesn't seem to be really doing anything for my skin anymore. So I would repurchase this again, but not anytime soon. I'm more into my cream cleansers at the moment on the lead up to my wedding. But if you want to know a bit more details about what a Trienzyme facial wash does, then I'll pop the details for the link to the Elemis website down below. So staying on the Elemis bandwagon, I have a sample size of the Melting Cleansing Gel. Now I have used this before in a large size that I got in a pack that I bought from Elemis. And I did really like this. This is kind of more like your everyday morning cleanser just to sort of cleanse your skin as you would of a morning, and then a cream one would be more something you would use at night to remove makeup and things. This I did really like. It's got a beautiful smell and a lovely silky consistency. It kind of is like a serumy liquid, and then it turns to a milk finish when you put water on it. It is a lovely cleanser, but I don't think I would buy it in a full size just on its own. I do love some of the other Elemis cleansers more, the Pro Collagen one and also the Cleansing Balm more. I just feel like they do more to my skin than this one. So I have one more Elemis product for you, and it's the Elemis Papaya Enzyme Peel. Now this is an exfoliating mask, so it's a little bit different to your regular exfoliator, which is grainy, which you just rub on your face and then you wash off. This you pop on. It's a really thin consistency. You put it all over the face like a mask. You leave it for 10 to 15 minutes and then you wash it off, and kind of while it's on, it kind of eats away at your dead skin cells and gets rid of them really gently. I have used this for years and years and years, another one of my Holy Grail Elemis products, and I would repurchase this again. I just love the concept of it, I love the smell of it, and I really like that it's gentle on the skin, but it's doing the same trick that a grainy exfoliator would. The next product I have for you is kind of a new product. I picked it up a couple of months ago. Had to pick it up because I'd never seen something like it, and it's the L'Oreal Skin Perfection Micellar Gel, and this is a sensitive eye makeup remover. Now I think I did write a blog post on this, so I'll pop the link down below, but I absolutely love this stuff. Definitely would repurchase again. It is in a smaller tube compared to the regular micellar water, but you don't need much. You just pop it on cotton wool and it just instantly melts away your eye makeup. I just really like the texture of it. It is very gel-like and really refreshing as well, so definitely would repurchase this again, and I haven't seen any other kind of micellar gels anywhere else, so this is a really unique product. Next up I have a couple of MAC products for you, and the first one is the MAC Cleanse Off Oil, and this is the Tranquil one. Now I have been using this for quite a few years now to take off my eye makeup, and then obviously the micellar waters came onto the market on the high street, so I really became a big fan of them. Now this MAC one is really expensive and I have loved it for a few years, but I don't think I'll repurchase this anytime soon because the micellar waters do an equally as good job and they're more affordable from the drugstore. I have a brush cleaner from MAC that I've used up, and if you see my video or my blog posts on how I clean my makeup brushes, I usually deep clean my brushes using a baby shampoo, and then for a spot clean every week I'll use the MAC brush cleanser. Now this is quite expensive, but you know what, this lasts me forever and it's just really good to have on my vanity. Like I said, just for spot cleaning if I need to clean a brush quickly. So definitely would repurchase again. In fact, I have another bottle of this over there, all good to go. Another MAC item I have is this MAC Paint in Bare Canvas. Now I had featured this in my Project Pan blog post as well that I'll link down below, and I have finally finished this thing. Really, I couldn't wait to get rid of it. I bought it on a whim. I was watching a YouTube video years ago on how Kim Kardashian did her makeup, and I was really into how she wore her makeup at the time, and her makeup artist used this paint. So of course I had to go out and get it and use it. But to be honest, I really don't like these paints and definitely wouldn't repurchase again. I prefer the cream eyeshadow bases. They're just a lot nicer. This you only need a tiny bit. It kind of goes on really powdery and just gets everywhere, and it's just not my cup of tea, so I wouldn't repurchase this again. I actually have one more MAC product I have to show you. I just had to go and get it because I haven't fully used it up, but I will have used it before my next product, Empties, and I want to back to MAC it. And it is this bronzing powder in Golden. Now I bought this a while back, and as you can see I've got a tiny bit left. But I didn't really like this colour. I found it too shimmery and really light. I like a bronzer to be a little bit darker and a bit matter these days. Back in the day I was into my shimmer bronzers, but now I just don't think they look flattering on the skin. So I wouldn't repurchase this particular colour again, but I do like these MAC bronzing powders. Staying on the lines of makeup, I have one more makeup product that I've used up recently, and it's the Urban Decay 24/7 waterproof liquid liner in Perversion. Now this is another product I have been dying to use up, and I finally used this thing up, and I will not be repurchasing it. I am just not a fan of liquid liner. Liquid liner and me just don't go together well. I prefer a gel or a pencil. They're just more better for drawing an accurate line. I don't think I have a steady hand, so this can go good sometimes, and other times it just, you know, I just knock myself and it will go everywhere. These are just not for me. It was waterproof and did stay on for a long time, so if you're after this kind of thing then definitely would recommend it, but this is not for me, so wouldn't repurchase this again. I have a couple of antibacterial gels for you, and they're from Bath and Body Works. And the first one is Meyer Lemon and the other one is Perfect Beach Day. I really love these, definitely would repurchase them again. They have actually changed the shape of these now, I noticed, so when I can get my hands on some more I'd be interested to see if they are the same size. But I really like these minis because they're great to have everywhere, whether you're travelling, on your vanity, in your handbag, absolutely anywhere, and I love the scents and the smells of them. Lastly, I have quite a few body moisturisers to show you, and the first one, you guessed it, is a body butter from the Body Shop, and this is the Wild Argan Oil one that I think came out last year as a new scent. Absolutely love this one. As you know, I love the sheer butter one, that is my #1 favourite, but this is an equal first as well. I just love these nutty smells. And this one is a little bit more luxurious and really nicely scented. If you are by a Body Shop, definitely go and smell it, because I'm no good at describing smells, so definitely go and check it out. But we'll be repurchasing this again. The next one is the Bliss Body Butter in Lemon and Sage. I think I featured this in my last monthly favourite. Absolutely love this, would repurchase again if they still do it. I'm not actually sure if they do this scent anymore, but it wasn't overpowering. The sage wasn't nasty or herby or anything, it was just really fresh smelling. It sunk into my skin really well, and I love this because I could use it in the morning as well, as it was not too over thick, so it sunk in well. Whereas the Body Shop ones, I like to use them at night because they are really kind of quite greasy and thick, and they're better to sink in overnight. But really love this and would repurchase again if they do this scent, and also it's paraben free as well. My last body moisturiser for you is a Victoria's Secret one, and this is in Strawberries and Champagne. I love these body lotions for during the day. I really like the scent of all of them, but this one I did like the Strawberries and Champagne, but wouldn't repurchase this particular scent again just because I love the Pure Seduction more. I really love, as you know, the really more deeper, darker scents, and this was a little bit fresher, so probably would repurchase Pure Seduction over Strawberries and Champagne, but still a lovely scent overall. Lastly, I have one more body product for you, and I did feature this in my Wedding Beauty Countdown checklist, and it's by Bliss, and it's their Fat Girl Slim Skin Firming Cream. Now I've been using this when I get out of the shower on my tummy and my thighs, and I don't know if it firms as such, but it does leave my skin smoother, and it's a lovely light consistency that sinks into the skin straight away, and I just have really been enjoying using this. Now, with regards to repurchasing this again, I do love these kind of fad products with caffeine and something a little bit different that's a bit tingly and cooling on the skin. But don't quote me on this, I don't know for sure, but I think Soap and Glory is the baby sister to the Bliss brand. So they do very similar kind of products like this. So probably wouldn't repurchase this one as such because it is quite expensive, but I'm gonna see if I can find something similar from Soap and Glory that targets the same area. So I'll keep you posted on that one. So guys, that concludes my product empties for the last couple of months. I really hope you enjoyed this and found this useful if you are purchasing a new product. Give this video a thumbs up if you did find this helpful, and also don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram, Pinterest and Twitter for more inspiration. And if you missed my 2 last previous videos, then go ahead and click on the links on the right and check them out. Love you guys lots and have a great weekend, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care, bye.